Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be taking y'all through an entire typical day at home when we don't go anywhere and just what our days typically look like on a daily basis. My mornings usually start around 5:45, 5:50 whenever I get up, and I will see if Adeline wants me to make her something for breakfast, and then I make sure that she gets on the bus, but she can basically get herself ready, so I don't really have to do too much with her since she is 11. And then I'll go lay back down for a little bit until Jackson wakes up. He is my 2-month-old. And once he wakes up, I'll go ahead and make him a bottle. And I do like to keep some of his feeding supplies in my bathroom, so I don't have to walk all the way to the kitchen in the middle of the night and early in the morning. So I can just walk into my bathroom and go ahead and make his bottle. And then I'll usually sit on the bed and cuddle with him and feed him. And usually he'll go back to sleep for a little bit. And once he's back to sleep, I will go into the kitchen and go ahead and get my coffee made, sit down, do some editing until my toddlers wake up for the day or until Jackson wakes up for the day.
Tick-tock, the clock keeps ticking. I don't know what I should do, and I wish you would be right here with me. My mind is filled with pictures of when we used to dance, but now I don't know where you are. I missed you so bad, won't you come back to me? I've got you in my head, you're all that I see. I've lost all my chances, I know that I am.
And once my 2 toddlers, Arabella and Nolan, wake up for the day, my 3-year-old and my 4-year-old, sometimes I'll go ahead and get them dressed, and sometimes we don't get dressed until after breakfast or after we finish our homeschool. But this day I went ahead and got them dressed beforehand, and honestly it makes everything go so much smoothly if I just go ahead and get them dressed when we are getting up to walk into the kitchen to go have some breakfast. And around this time is when Jackson woke up again as well, so we are all headed into the kitchen, and I usually ask them what they want for breakfast. I usually will make some kind of eggs every morning, scrambled eggs or fried eggs or an egg sandwich, and they usually want to eat that too, but I always start out with letting them pick what they want to eat, and it's usually cereal, so I'm going to go ahead and let them pick out what kind of cereal they want to eat, and I'll usually pair it with some fruit.
My milk tea.
Yeah. So I'm not too picky about what they want to eat in the mornings, whether it be cereal or a Pop-Tart or a Nutri-Grain bar, as long as I pair it with some fruit. It just makes me feel like they are eating something healthy whenever I pair it with fruit. So every single morning they always have to choose a fruit with their cereal. And here in just a little bit, when I have some time, I'll be making some eggs, and they usually eat that too. So they basically kind of eat like cereal as like a snack before we eat our real breakfast. So here in just a little bit, we are going to be having some eggs after they finish their cereal and after I finish feeding Jackson.
I'm thinking of you. Wondering if you're thinking about me too. Now it's too late. Now it's too late. I'm out of time, but I'm still thinking of you. My heart keeps on bleeding. I have scars, the ones that healing. They're all there because of you.
And after the chaos of the morning is when I finally have time to get Jackson dressed for the day. So we are headed into his nursery to change his diaper and get him dressed in one of the many outfits that he's going to wear today, because babies spit up and sometimes their diapers leak and just all the things. So this is his first outfit of the day. And then I'll usually try to spend some time with Jackson while he's awake and happy and smiley. So we're going to go over to his new play gym from LOVEVERY, and I cannot say enough good things about this play gym. I highly recommend it. It's a very educational play gym. It's got so many things for him to look at, for him to play with whenever he gets a little bit older and he can roll over and start grabbing things. I'm so excited for him to play with all of these cool features that it has. And one of the most coolest things about this play gym is that it actually grows with the child. It actually has a cloth cover that threads around the wooden legs, and it turns into a tent later on. So whenever he's like 8 or 9 months old and he's like crawling really well, I can turn it into a little tent for him to go inside of. So we are so excited to have this play gym. LOVEVERY is such a great company for little ones. We're so excited every month whenever we get our LOVEVERY boxes in the mail. I'm going to link LOVEVERY down below in my description box so that you guys can head on over and check them out. And Nolan actually recently became potty trained. I started potty training him at 2 years old, but he was just not ready, y'all. No matter what I did, he was just not ready. But thankfully, he finally got it down pat, and just all of a sudden it clicked, and he decided that he was going to be potty trained. So he does go to the potty now. He does sleep in pull-ups overnight still, so I was just helping him out in the bathroom. And now I'm getting my laundry started. Every day I like to try and tackle at least one load every single day from start to finish. And at some point, I do like to try to put myself together for the day. I just throw on some leggings and a shirt and do something with my hair or my makeup based on if we're going anywhere or what the day has in store for us. And on this day, we were just staying at home. We weren't going anywhere. So doing something to my hair or putting on a little bit of makeup really helps me to feel more motivated and productive for the day. So today I'm just going to run through my hair with my straightener, throw on some comfy clothes, and this is my look for the day.
I know it's too late. I'm out of time.
And here's just a quick clip of what my hair looks like straightened and what it looks like natural. So I do have a slight wave to my hair naturally. And once I've pulled myself together for the day, I will go ahead and tidy up in the bathroom, take the bottle to the kitchen, and then I will tidy up in my bedroom as well. I don't make my bed every single day, but I do like to. It just makes my room look so much more aesthetic walking into my room, and my bed's made up. I just love the way that it looks. Here I'm going to go ahead and make up my bed, and also whenever I have some laundry to do, it helps that my bed is made because I do usually fold my laundry on my bed, so it does help to go ahead and have the bed made so I have a flat surface to fold my laundry on. And now we are getting ready to do our homeschool, so I'm going to go ahead and pull Arabella's hair up. She hates when I do her hair, but she loves to have her hair done, if that makes any sense. She doesn't like to sit through it, but she loves the after. So here is just her cute little hairstyle of the day, and we're going to go ahead and brush our teeth, and I'm going to go ahead and make my breakfast because I haven't ate yet. So I'm going to quickly make some eggs. The kiddos are going to eat with me as well, and we are going to go get started on our homeschool.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other.
And I have the hardest time remembering to lay out some meat. So sometimes the night before, I'll go ahead and thaw out some meat in the refrigerator overnight. And if I forget to do that, then in the morning, I'll just go ahead and place it in the sink. So whenever it's dinner time, it should be thawed out. So tonight we're going to be having some spaghetti. So I just went ahead and laid out my meat in the sink so it can start thawing out. Nolan is 3 and Arabella is 4.5. She could technically have went to preschool this year, but she has a speech delay. And I just felt more comfortable as her mother to homeschool her this year. And Nolan loves to participate as well, so we have all these learning books and they love to learn, so it's so much fun every day, and they're always so excited to get started on our homeschool. And I've shared the homeschool workbooks that we have before in my videos previously, but I can link them down below if y'all are interested in them. I love this Velcro book. Every page has an educational Velcro activity to do, and I also have a lot of dry erase workbooks where they can practice drawing letters and numbers and shapes and doing mazes, and they love it so much. We usually sit down and do our homeschool for about an hour or two, and then I'll turn on something educational on the TV for them. I love to turn on shows that teach them shapes, colors, anything educational, and also that gets them up moving around. We love to watch The Wiggles. They love to get up and dance to that, and around this time is when they also are ready for a snack. So I'm going to go ahead and let them have a snack and get started on cleaning up the kitchen from breakfast. And thankfully my dryer and my washer have a tune it plays whenever they're finished, so I don't forget about it. So I'm going to head over here and switch over the laundry. And of course Arabella and Nolan love to help me switch over the laundry, so they're over here helping me. And I just realized that Nolan's shirt is on backwards. If you guys just seen, his pocket is on his back, but I just now realized that. I never even noticed it for the whole day. Ring around the rosies, pocket full of posies. And now I'm going to go ahead and do a quick 10-minute tidy up. We're going to go ahead and clean up any toys that are in the living room, clean up our homeschool books, and Arabella and Nolan are going to do some activities on their tablets and do some quiet time while I feed Jackson. Now it's finally time for us to have some lunch, and honestly the time that we eat lunch varies just based on the day, how late they ate a snack, how big our breakfast was, and just when we're hungry. So today Arabella and Nolan requested these pancakes and sausage corn dogs. They love these. They dip them in syrup. They're gonna have some apples on the side, and I'm gonna have this really delicious Marie Calendar meal. I love this meal so much. It is so good. So we're gonna go ahead and sit down and have our lunch. And it was such a beautiful day today, so after we eat our lunch, we're going to be headed outside for a little bit.
What's that?
So before I sat down to eat, I went ahead and went back to Bella and Nolan's room and grabbed their socks and shoes and their jackets, and went ahead and grabbed Jackson's Moby wrap so that we would be all ready to go outside as soon as we were done. And they're pretty good about putting on their own shoes, but I'm here assisting them with any help they need, and then I'm going to be putting Jackson in the Moby wrap so he can come outside and get some fresh air with us. So while the littles are out playing, I'm going to go ahead and put Jackson in the living room in his bouncy seat so I can clean off the front porch. The kids were recently out here playing with kinetic sand, and there was sand all over my porch and just leaves. So I really needed to get this cleaned up today. So I'm going to go ahead and sweep off the porch, and then we're going to have a snack. And around this time is when Adeline gets home. She gets off the bus about 2:45, so Bella and Nolan ran down to the end of the driveway to greet her getting off the school bus. We're going to finish up any homework, go over any papers that she brings home from school, and then we're going to head back in the house so that I can finish up the laundry. So I washed Jackson's laundry today, so I'm going to head into the nursery and go ahead and fold and put away his clothes. Usually babies don't like to be in one spot for too long, so I had to move him from his play gym over to his swing so that he had a different view of scenery and so that he could see me better. So he's going to sit over here and swing while I finish up his laundry. And laundry can be very overwhelming for me because we are a family of 6 and I do everybody's laundry. My husband will start his laundry sometimes, and my oldest daughter is 11 years old, so she does do her laundry herself, but I'm in charge of doing 5 people's laundry plus all the towels, and every once in a while I will help Adeline with her laundry if she forgets it in the dryer or it doesn't transfer it over to the dryer from the washer, then I'll just go ahead and do that. So we have so much laundry going on in our house, so it can definitely be overwhelming.
Sometimes it just happens that way. Sooner or later, we can become strangers. Someday, somewhere, we can be new again. We can be anything that we wanted to be back then. Just wait.
As I was finishing up the baby's laundry, he started getting pretty fussy. It was time for him to eat again, so I'm quickly finishing up, and I'm also going to go ahead and quickly pack his overnight caddy for nighttime. I like to keep this in my nightstand so that overnight I'm prepared. I have diapers in here, wipes, burp cloth, bibs, and extra pajamas. So I'm going to rush into the kitchen and hurry up and get his bottle made so I can feed him. And I could tell that he was getting pretty tired as well. So after he finished his bottle, I went ahead and laid him down for another nap in his room. He usually takes 1 to 2 naps in his room. And sometimes he'll sleep for about an hour and sometimes he'll only sleep for 20 minutes. So I just let him decide how long he wants to sleep, and he sleeps better in this room because I do have a sound machine for him. So the sound machine really soothes him, and I close the curtains so that way he can take a good nap in here without getting disrupted by the other kids. And I've shared what baby monitor I use for him. It's the SimShine Baby Pro, and I have shared a more detailed feature of this baby monitor in a previous video, but I absolutely love it, and I can link it below if y'all are interested in it. But Nolan decided he wanted to take a nap today. My toddlers don't really nap anymore, but Nolan sometimes will pass out on the couch or in his bed. So it's almost 5 o'clock, and this is around the time I'll go ahead and start bath time. So I will give Bella and Nolan baths separately, go ahead and get their pajamas on, and then I go ahead and start dinner. And I find that it helps me so much if I go ahead and start their baths and just get them in their pajamas before we eat dinner, because there's already so much to do after dinner time. And this is the baby lotion I use for both of my toddlers and for Jackson. It is the Shea Moisture. It smells amazing, and I absolutely love it. So I had some of Arabella's laundry that was clean in a basket in their room, so I was going to sit down and go ahead and tackle that. I'm also going to be brushing her hair, and I've been using the Fairy Tales hair detangler. It's also a lice prevention spray, and this is such a good spray for school-aged kids. I know Arabella doesn't go to school, but Adeline's in school, so she also uses this detangler spray, and I love it so much. I pick it up at Target. So I hear Jackson waking up, so I'm quickly rushing to get Arabella's laundry finished. Otherwise, it's going to sit here until the next day, because that is just busy mom life, and that's what happens when you don't complete a task while you're doing it. Sometimes there's just truly not enough time in the day most days. So I quickly finished up Arabella's laundry and put it all away. Then I headed into Jackson's nursery to get him up, and I'm going to go ahead and get him ready for his bath. Now, I have talked about his bath caddy in previous videos, but it's such a game changer. So I just picked up this dollar bath caddy from the Dollar Tree, and I just fill it with things that Jackson needs for his bath. I just put his soap in it, his towel, his rag, his comb, anything that I'm going to need while I'm by the bath, and that way I don't forget anything and have to leave him sitting in the bath to run and go get it. So I really, really love the bath caddy, and I usually just leave his pajamas and his lotion in his bedroom because I usually just change him in here. I was putting the lotion and his pajamas in the bath caddy because sometimes I would go take him and get him dressed in my bedroom, but usually I'll just get him dressed in his nursery. So the bath caddy is a game changer, and I highly recommend it if you are having a baby or know someone who's having a baby. Definitely bring it up to them to put together a bath caddy. So now we're going to go ahead and go into the living room and get Bella and Nolan occupied with an activity so that I can get dinner started. And some days it calls for a second cup of coffee. I do have a cup of coffee every morning to get myself through the day, but sometimes around dinner time I just feel a heavy crash, like I could take the longest nap ever. So I do make myself another cup of coffee every once in a while in the evenings, and it really helps me so much to get through the rest of the day. So I'm just having a Starbucks iced coffee. I love the blonde roast. It is so good, and I'm just using my French vanilla creamer, and I'm going to be sipping on that as I'm cooking dinner. And I am a clean as I go kind of person because I cannot stand to finish cooking dinner and turn around and have a huge mess all over the counters. So I went ahead and washed Jackson's bathtub so I could get that out of the way and did the dishes, and I'm just gonna be loading up the dishwasher as I'm cooking, as I'm going, so I don't have a huge mess when I'm finished. So I'm just making some spaghetti tonight and some garlic toast, and I let Arabella and Nolan help me put the garlic toast on the pan. They love to help me do anything, so little tasks like that they just love to do. I like to add in fresh tomatoes to my spaghetti, but we didn't have regular tomatoes. We just had these like grape tomatoes, so I'm gonna cut those up and toss those in. And I also like to add in an onion and some garlic powder. My regulars know that my husband Eric usually works pretty late. He gets up about 5 o'clock, heads to work, and he usually doesn't get home until after dark, really late. So usually the kids and I are eating dinner alone, and a lot of times he usually gets home as we're eating dinner. So that is why he is not there with us. He ended up getting home about the time that I put the kids to bed. So literally all day long during the week, Monday through Friday, I am usually solo, and occasionally he also works on Saturdays. Around 7 or 8 o'clock every single night, Jackson is ready for bed. So I have Bella, Nolan, and Addie in the living room just hanging out in there while I put Jackson to bed. I'm going to get him in his pajamas, a clean diaper, make sure he's fed, and I will swaddle him up, and I sit on the bed with him, and I give him his passy, and I turn off the light or dim the lights, and he will turn his face into me. It's the sweetest thing ever. And when he starts getting really tired or falling asleep, that's when I will put him in his bassinet swing. I use the glider swing over here behind me. If you've seen it, if you are new here, I use just the glider swing as his bassinet. It has like a sound machine on it. It rocks. I love it so much. But I have my heating pad in it so that it gets nice and warm. So whenever he's ready to lay down in it, it will be warm for him. So I'll just take out the heating pad, lay him in it, and his bed is nice and warm for him to go to sleep.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now.
And now that I have Jackson in bed, I can solely focus on my toddlers. So a lot of times Adeline will help me get them ready for bed. When Eric's not home, she will help me brush their teeth or help them get their pajamas on or just help me in general, anything that I need her to help me with. So that's really helpful. Even though my husband's not home, I do have Adeline's help. But I'm going to go ahead and brush their teeth. We're going to do our 10-minute tidy up for the evening. We're going to take all the toys back to the room, clean up the living room, clean up all the blankets and pillows off the floor, put our shoes away. And that way we can wake up the next day to a clean slate to start off our day with.
Pack our bags and get in that car. Leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty with the wind blowing in your hair. Look back someday, baby, don't you understand?
And to keep the chaos at bay, I always get Arabella and Nolan to pick up their room before we go to bed. It doesn't have to be completely organized and completely perfect, but the floor needs to be clear enough to where we can walk, to where if they have to get up and potty in the middle of the night, that we can walk without tripping on toys. So I do make them pick up their room before they get in the bed, and Adeline likes to read them a book before bed, and if she doesn't, then I will, but they love to hear a story before they go to bed for the night. And I also will turn on their TV just to give them a little bit of wind down time, and we'll watch a movie, and once the movie goes off, then that's when they will go to sleep for the night. And once all the kids are in bed, a mother's work is still not done. I still have to go and finish up cleaning the kitchen, cleaning the counters, try to spend a little bit of time with my husband before we got to go to bed. And then around the time that I'm finished with all of that is when I will go hop in the shower and finally get myself in the bed. And that is an entire day in my life as a mom of 4. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you leave me a thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you are new, and I will see y'all in my next one.
Make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. Hey, darling, I love it when it's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes.